need a bridge. Stay hustling as it is. Make money, feed the kids. Ain't nothing in the fridge. Wake up, repeat the sins. I need a 10. Stay muddy to the lid. 800, eat a.
Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. I ain't going nowhere, 20-year career minimum. Call hit boy for beats, ask for 10 of them. I don't follow trends, I swing the pendulum. If the bag good, I'm gonna give her some. Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. Never lied in my rhymes, you can go ask Jennifer. That's my mom's name. I create and find change. My mind frame ensures that forever I'll
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the New Orleans Saints and the Atlanta Falcons. First game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Finding Johnson on the out route. That's complete. Finding space at the 40. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
Well, partner, it's pretty simple. One thing you don't want to see defensively, on the very first snap of the game, some guy running free like we just saw there.
Heck of a start for this offense, no doubt.
Here we go.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Let's go. 79 Broncos.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got to jump here. And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
He'll drop to throw. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Great gains back-to-back. Last time over 30 yards, better than 20 here.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
Hey, check that, street. Go, Reed, go.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. To the right side and complete to Washington. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. back to throw again. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
I think we can safely say they came out to be aggressive on the opening series, Charles. They didn't run the ball once. All that passing, it does get them the 3-0 lead.
I think what we saw there, partner, was a true definition of football balance, which means doing what you want to, when you want to on offense, and in this case, it was throwing the football. They may mix in running the football a little bit more as this game goes on, but this opening drive, while it stalled out, it still gave them 3 points.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Ready? 19 Lions. Panther 11. Panther 11.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if he continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off.
19 tight. 19 tight. Reach.
To throw again on second down. Hurts. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. So first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Here's Johnson with a reception. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to have a gain of 11 to the 11 before he's brought down. 1st and 10. Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11. So the new weapon just picked up via the trade, making an impact here right away.
And what you like about getting guys who catch passes, you don't have to spend a lot of time in the playbook. You just tell them to dial up a route and get the ball in their hands.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. DK Metcalf. His first touchdown here of the new campaign as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle, and the lead grows to 10-0. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. Fields it right around the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed. But they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. So the penalty rightfully declined. They'll keep the yardage on the completion.
Still some disagreement by the defense, though, because he thought that was just good, strong coverage, and the contact's going both ways, so why is there a flag? In the end, though, doesn't matter. Still a completed pass.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Forced out to his left. Touchdown, Falcons! Tyler Algier. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Falcons have got it back to within a score. And his kick is no good. It's an early miss. We'll see if that has any ramifications later here as the afternoon wears on. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Okay, ready.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. Wow, so wipe out the INT roughing the passer. What a disaster.
An absolute disaster, and you hope their lockers are not right next to each other for the postgame. Safe to say one is not buying the other dinner.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, listen, back up. Three.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. He got 29 yards that time. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10. Down at the 31. They'll look to throw here. And that is incomplete.
Well, you've got a receiver here who's got 1 touchdown already in this first quarter, and they were trying to double his pleasure there, wanting to continue to go to the guys already gotten into the end zone. But good coverage to make sure that this time it fell incomplete.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Catch is made by Metcalf. Touchdown! DK Metcalf with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And they're able to add on to their advantage. Point after, right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. Taking it about the 1.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the score.
He rifles one that's intercepted. It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football.
And partner, I think this is where long-term starters in the NFL separate themselves from the rest of the pack, because there's still 3 full quarters left in this one. More than enough time to move past a pair of early mistakes and find a way to lead your team to a win. Mental resiliency, a characteristic every NFL team's looking for in their quarterback.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And he's got it. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Saints are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead is up to 18 now. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Timberwolves, 79 Broncos, Mustang 19, Warriors 17.
Throwing is Hurts. Open man completes it to Claypool. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Drop 60, drop 60. Check smash.
An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports.
24, Falcons 6.
Here we go.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Rig alert. Come my team. Hurt.
Play action. Here's Hurts. To the right side and complete to Thomas. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And he's got Pierce. Touchdown, Falcons. Alec Pierce, 31 yards. And the Falcons are able to cut into that deficit. The Falcons are going to leave the offense out there. They'll go for 2.
Hey, Pat.
They'll try and run it here. And he is going to be stopped short of the goal line. Oh, they'll mark him inside the 1. He just couldn't keep churning those extra few inches. And the 2-point attempt is turned aside. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Back to throw. Got an open man. It's Washington. And they're going to move it down inside the 25. And I think that's a pretty good illustration of why they try to get the football into his hands out of the backfield. That was something else. Things looking much rosier for him here in week 2. They work with the lead as they've got it 1st and 10. Back to throw here. And he's got his man in stride, complete. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. The ball resting on the 20. Here's 2nd and 6.
Check pass, check pass. Pass the street,
He'll look to throw. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. DK Metcalf. He has career touchdown number 78, tying it with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Hurts dancing to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Well, here's your first example of how this guy can beat you in more ways than one, because they took away his arm. But he was more than happy to dissect them with his legs for that first down pickup.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Hurts. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide, because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
60 Bobcat. 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger.
Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. He's got his man. It's Pierce up to midfield.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Ready! 79 Broncos! Mustang 19! Warriors 70!
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Pass complete downfield. It's Pierce. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down.
Trap 50! Trap 50!
But first down, Hurts. Locates Claypool on the crossing route. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. 2nd and 6 with the ball on the 7. Hurts sets up to throw it. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Jalen Hurts with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Falcons get a bit closer. The Falcons are going to leave the offense out there. They'll go for 2. Hurts will throw. And he's going to get in. So they're back within 11. And with a successful 2-point try, the QB rolling out, I would imagine on the defense that makes it tough. When he goes out, he's got the option to run or pass.
Yeah, it really does. If you decide not to bring extra people or extra pressure, maybe you have to have a spy on the quarterback, someone to account for him, because oftentimes that is the unaccounted for player.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. We haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to see all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
Hey, smash Broncos!
2nd and 5. And a throw right sideline is complete. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his 2nd season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook, not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Cougar 19, Panther 11, Panther 11, Buffalo 18, 7 Pirates, 60 Maverick, 19 tight, 19 tight.
They go play action with Hurts. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A great play there. 69 yards. And the Falcons are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. The Falcons are going to leave the offense out there. They'll go for 2. They'll look to throw. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. We'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
He'll find Metcalf. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Over the middle, complete. That's Johnson. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
Well, you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there.
Hey, check that. Three. Go, Reed, go. Ready.
They'll look to throw again. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Again, he'll drop to throw. Rolling to his right. And he's he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. They'll throw now on the final play. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Juwan Johnson in the final seconds of the first half. And the Saints will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. Powering forward. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. It'll be Falcons football, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Go street. 60 average. 60 average. 19 tight. 19 tight. Dragon 60. Street. Street. Check. 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 Check.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And this is picked up by the Saints. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half. And down 3 scores, a lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
That reminded me of my plan in college to get an A on the papers I turned in, but that didn't work out too well either. Too many mistakes by both of us. I mean, that's just pure and simple. And that's why that's exactly where they are in this ball game. They're going to need a huge turnaround if they want to try and win this one.
And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Saints. DK Metcalf, 34 yards. And the Saints take the forced fumble and convert it into 6 points. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 24. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Going up top. He's got a man complete. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
We have seen big plays from both quarterbacks throughout this game, and there's another one right there. Going back and forth, almost like 2 excellent guitar soloists trying to top each other with each additional play.
Dumps this one off to Algier. He'll get it inside the 20, and they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 19 yards there on the catch and run. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
They'll run here with Algier. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Tyler Algier with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Falcons are able to cut into that deficit. They'll try and throw for it. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, first down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Over the middle, it's complete. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack.
Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second.
So a great play there for this highly regarded linebacker, making his first career sack.
And his versatility on display right there. Look, we've known him primarily as a tackler and a cover man, but he can go get the quarterback when the situation calls for it, as he just did right there.
They'll look to throw. Catch is made by Metcalf. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a first down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available, because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
They'll look to throw now on first down.
And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Complete to Washington. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 14. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
With that last completion, CD's now over 400 yards passing in the game, and quite a few of those have come via some pretty big strikes downfield. Certainly not afraid to challenge this secondary, and it's been successful.
I like your observation there, partner, because I agree. This is a group more than capable of torching a secondary any week. Is
touchdown! DK Metcalf. A 14-yard touchdown as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. The point after is good, and that pushes the lead up to 23. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Here's Hurts to throw.
And he's got Pierce. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now.
Play action. Here's Hurts. Buying time to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. Touchdown, Falcons. Chase Claypool, 55 yards. And the Falcons get a bit closer. There we go now as they will again try for 2.
Hurts.
And he's going to get into the end zone for 2. And they're back within 2 scores. Down 15 now.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started.
Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Check pass.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Well, it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Here now, Johnny Townsend. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. On 2nd and 10, Hurts. And that is caught downfield by Thomas. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. To the right side and complete to Washington.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Drop 50, drop 50. Pat the street, pat the street. Right there.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. So both offenses come to life here in this 3rd quarter as this is shaping up for a good finish. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. And the Falcons are right back in this football game. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, you know, over the offseason, going into a 2nd season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
They find some open field here. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Partner, they've been aggressive, airing it out all game long, and no better evidence than those last 2 snaps. They weren't going to beat this coverage, though. 2 plays in a row, and that one falls incomplete.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Hurts. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
First throw complete there to Thomas. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Hurts fumbles it. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
And this will be broken up and incomplete. Now a penalty flag down, and they may be going backward here. So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
7 Pirates.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Saints will have the football back. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Johnson. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
18 Randall. Go check.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
79 Broncos. Hey, pass.
On first down, Hurts. Completion here to Claypool. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Viking 18. Mustang 19. Warriors 17. Trap 60. 18. Pioneer.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons.
Alec Pierce.
His second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Falcons take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points.
So a big play coming for the Falcons as they'll go for 2. Now they send a man in motion right.
Hurts will throw. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu.
And the Falcons are right back in this football game. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw with this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the fourth quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage, because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Pat the street! Pat the street!
He'll drop to throw. To the right side, incomplete to Metcalf. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 43. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. Again, he'll drop to throw. Wide open receiver, complete. Touchdown, Saints. A great effort there. 43 yards. And the Saints have extended their lead to 15 now here in the fourth.
19 tight, 19 tight. 60.
They'll look to throw. And this one's caught. And their fourth quarter lead grows by a couple more. So they're able to throw it in for the 2-point conversion. And sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here, because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense, that's 2 points for them. But he identified an open target and put it right on him.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be Hurts fumbles it. And this is picked up by the Saints. And they will set up shop. At the 13-yard line. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory.
Hey!
on second down, Washington. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. On 3rd down, here's Washington. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it can be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
And this one is right through, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so that you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away.
Fields it right around the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
At their own 19-yard line.
Ready?
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
And that's caught inside the 35. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And they'll send the tight end in motion left.
Drop 50, drop 50.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game.
Well, this was a fun one today if you like points. A lot of them went on the board. Both offenses were clicking. Charles, these defenses, meanwhile, have a little something to clean up before their next contest.
Yeah, neither end zone had a stop sign in it, did they? I mean, for both sides, visit it, and with frequency. Not fun to be a defensive player, but on the offensive side of the ball, those guys had a blast. One team came away with a victory, even better for them.
So for New Orleans, they did what they needed to do. They split their first 2 road games of the year. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Houston Texans. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, they will fall to 1-1. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants.